Season 2 of Small Town Spotlight, sponsored by Charlie Clark Auto Group.
KTSM Small Town Spotlight Series rolls on this week, and we are live on location from La Nube in downtown El Paso, ready to tell you what is so incredible about this place. And of course, it's all made possible by Charlie Clark Nissan. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News for this special edition of Small Town Spotlight. I'm Monica Cortez.
And I'm Andy Morgan, joining you a couple hours early for this edition of Small Town Spotlight here at KTSM 9 News. First at 4, that's right, Monica mentioned it. We are live at La Nube, I believe, opening in August if I'm
10th.
not mistaken.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of excitement behind this STEAM Center. What I have heard is it's not only entertaining for children, of course. You look around you and you're just like, yeah, kids are going to absolutely love this, but everyone tells us it's also for adults who are coming in too, so a little bit for everyone here at La Nube.
When I came, I was so entertained. I could be here for hours. It is so amazing.
Yeah, we're so excited to get into this edition of Small Town Spotlight. We're going to cover so much, including each of these floors. But we do want to get to our weather of the day. Yes. Certainly a very active weather day yesterday, and looking for round 2, it seems like later tonight.
That's right. We want to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis. Robert, what is it looking like?
Andy, Monica, KTSM has issued a weather authority alert because the atmosphere is supercharged, very unstable, and the storms we get later this evening could become quite strong, producing heavy rainfall, winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, even hail tonight. 96 at the airport right now. We've got a cluster of storms that moved off the Sacramento Mountains. That produced a severe storm near Piñon, New Mexico. That is breaking apart over the southern portion of Otero County. The outflow winds are beginning to produce new thunder showers right along the eastern slopes of the Oregon Mountains right now. A fairly strong storm over Juarez, where they are experiencing flooding just to the southwest part of town. And we have one isolated cell that moved right through the North Hills area in the northeast side, as well as some heavy rainfall that came down far east Montana. I want to watch these storms very closely tonight because they could become problematic and flood certain parts of town. Here's a quick look ahead. Now, after tonight, we shift gears. A very different day tomorrow. High temperature 99 with only isolated area storms, not the threat we'll face tonight. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit, but La Nube, the cloud, looks so much fun. Andy, Monica?
It is, Robert, indeed. Thank you very much for that. We'll check back in with you momentarily. Robert's right. Spanish, La Nube in Spanish, the cloud.
Yeah, and I learned that it's that because when you look up into the sky, your imagination starts taking over, kind of seeing what you look in those clouds.
And this is where imagination begins to take shape. So La Nube, of course, in downtown El Paso, going to open up in August. And it's this new attraction here in downtown that's going to combine a little bit of everything when it comes to STEAM. So you got science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And they're all interactive exhibits that all ages can visit and enjoy.
Absolutely. So there's 9 zones, if I'm not mistaken, and 4 floors. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce you to every floor throughout this entire newscast. First up is the 2nd floor. Check it out. Well, we get the unique privilege of having this behind-the-scenes tour of La Nube Steam Discovery Museum, and we're going to check out all sorts of levels. Guys, when I tell you this is incredible, I am not lying. The sky is the limit with this museum, no pun intended. Let's check it out. So we are here with Mick Martinez, and he's going to kind of give us a little bit of a tour behind the scenes. And Mick, I can tell you this is my favorite part of the museum. I feel like a lot of people are going to take our job soon because, tell us why.
Well, we're here in our learning zone, Our Sky. We have 9 zones here in La Nube, 9 zones with different themes and abilities about experiences. And so here we're at our weather forecast station, which is really unique. We here have our blue screen, much like a green screen. This zone is all about disaster weather, sustainable living, renewable energy. And so here, children, adults, and kids of all abilities will be able to come and forecast their weather. They can come in and identify very specific areas, whether in New York or in Michigan, and experience weathers and actually be a forecaster themselves.
You see, guys, just come on out here, train, and then apply.
So this is our earthquake table here, which is amazing. It's part of our sustainable living exhibit. And so here we have a 2D topographical map of El Paso with our fault lines. And which is amazing is that this exhibit here, the table will shake, randomize over 3 minutes, and you can experience a 3.0 earthquake or an 8.0 Richter scale earthquake as well, allowing kids and children and adults of all alike to build out their own buildings.
Well, that is just one of 4 levels. Well, technically on level 2, right, Nick?
Correct.
And so if you think that was amazing, just wait until we get to the other level. This is also the start of our 50-foot
Indoor, anything's possible climber.
Can you believe that? So stay tuned for the next segment because we're going to check out level 2.
All right, there's level 2 for you. And now joining us is the CEO of La Nube, Stephanie Otero. Stephanie, thank you so much for being here. We're excited to be here, that's for sure.
We're excited to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. So what I found so interesting about this, and I think the stars aligned for this museum, is the architect. There's local ties.
There is. So we did an architect contest to choose who would design our beautiful La Nube. And we had architects from all over the world that submitted designs. But the winning architect was a firm called Snowhetta. And one of the principal architects and the designer of our beautiful cloud-like building is Elaine Molinar, born and raised in El Paso, Texas, graduate of Coronado High School. Her family still lives here, and she is so excited to do a project in her hometown. This is the first project she's done in her hometown since going off and having her career take off.
What's also really interesting that you were mentioning behind the architect and just this place as it begins to take form is it's one of a kind in terms of everything is original. You're not going to see anything like this anywhere else in the country.
Absolutely not. 100% of La Nube is unique. We spent 6 months designing La Nube with the community. We wanted to make sure La Nube was built by the community, for the community. We didn't buy any exhibits off the shelf. You can't go to any museum in any city in America or the world for that matter and see what you're going to see here in La Nube.
Wow, that is incredible. So, okay, I know this is a hard question. I think the hardest one I'm going to ask you, but what's your favorite exhibit in this museum?
I think I have to go with the Anything's Possible climber, which we're going to show off in a little bit. It's a 50-foot, 4-story climber, all made out of geometric shapes.
Oh, wow. And you were telling me that even adults can get into this.
Absolutely. We have 9 zones, as you mentioned, and 8 of the 9 zones are for all ages, whether you're a baby, a teenager, an adult. The area we're standing in is Desert Bloom, which is our birth to 3 area. We wanted to have a special area for our early crawlers, our early walkers, so they're not run over by kids and adults running and having fun. There are early childhood areas built into all the other zones, but every zone, including the climber, for those that want to take on the challenge, to go 50 feet in the air. It's made for everybody.
How about that? Margot has a new favorite spot.
Area to go
I have
to.
a 5-month-old at home. So even her, this is something
Right
she's
here,
going to be able to do.
Absolutely. At the base of the 50-foot climber is an early childhood mini climber where kiddos that are younger can practice and learn and build confidence to get into the big climber.
Aww, thank you so much, Stephanie.
Definitely. Thank you so much. We have so much to get to on this edition of Small Town Spotlight here at La Nube, but we do want to get to our news of the day.
Let's go ahead and send it over to Estela Casas at the studio.
Hi, everybody. It does look very interesting out there. One of these days I'll get to go visit as well. Let's take you outside for a look at traffic at 10 minutes after 4 right now. Let's see how traffic looks. As you can see right at the bottom of your screen, there is some sort of a slowdown and a stoppage right above your screen on US 54 and I-10. As you can see, US 62 and Paisano. That is the area where we're seeing some sort of a probably a traffic accident at the very top of your screen, right under truck accident with James Kennedy. So we'll keep you posted on this and check back on that area a little later. This is I-10 in Reynolds, probably leading up to that area. And there is a slowdown there, but no problems to report there. The slowdown seems to be a little farther up on I-10. Now to the news. In news from New Mexico today, an emergency weather alert has been issued for the Upper Canyon in Ruidoso, as flash flooding, debris flows, and landslides are expected in the area later tonight. Now, this is video from yesterday's flash flooding. Residents in the Upper Canyon area were allowed to retrieve their belongings this morning before 10 o'clock, and village officials urge residents to get out of their home before it starts raining while it's still somewhat safe to get out. An evacuation shelter has been established at the White Mountain Relief Center at 687 Hull Road, so be careful. 54 migrants were rescued from the Rio Grande yesterday in a multi-agency operation. The massive effort is becoming more common as migrants are being told to find new ways to cross into the U.S. This is according to a U.S. Customs and Border Protection spokesperson who tells KTSM that while El Paso sector has seen a decrease in migrant encounters, the number of water rescues have more than doubled from last year. Claudio Herrera tells KTSM he anticipates that number will continue to rise so long as migrants receive misinformation from smugglers.
We certainly believe that the migrants themselves are trusting their lives in transnational criminal organizations, that they tell them a safe passage, when in reality we see that there is multiple, not only legal consequences for crossing illegally, but also you can put your life in danger by doing so.
And the video shows the agency's specialized team, Bostar, conducting a water rescue training. Herrera said for fiscal year 2023, CBP recorded 360 rescues. For 2024, that number has reached 760 so far. Well, that's a quick look at news of the day. Let's go ahead and send things over to Monica and Andy, and they find themselves at La Nube. La Nube, the cloud. What an interesting place to be.
Thank you so much, Estela. It truly is super incredible, very interesting for sure.
Really interested, especially after hearing from the CEO, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait for this place to open coming up in August, so really looking forward to it.
I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite floor is the 4th floor.
And when is that coming up in the show?
Around 4:30, so you can't turn the channel because we're going to be revealing little by little.
How about that? Stay with us here on this edition of Small Town Spotlight, live from La Nube.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the potential for very strong storms this evening, heavy rainfall threat, as well as the possibility of hail and winds like we saw yesterday in excess of 60 miles per hour. Here are the high temperatures. 96 has been the high so far, 97 Juarez, 96 in Las Cruces. The atmosphere is supercharged with instability. The dew point 47, plenty of deep moisture in the atmosphere to produce some pretty decent thunder showers this evening. In addition to that, we've got a high pressure zone over Arizona and California. Well, wrapping around that high pressure zone are these little nodes of low pressure that will be rippling in through the night tonight, enhancing the strength of our storms. We've already watched a very large cluster come off the Sacramento Mountains. Now that's affecting the northern part of Hudspeth County and the far east side of El Paso County. Just south of Juarez, a cluster of heavy rainfall with thunder showers there. We had a storm right through North Hills and the northeast side of town. We have, of course, our flood warning in effect for Ruidoso, which was battered with another round of strong thunder showers and flooding today. Those storms are beginning to fan out, and the outflow boundaries will move over the Tularosa Basin and spawning new storms later. Last night, all of the strong storms came right off the eastern slopes of the mountains of the Gila Wilderness, and that's still active right now. So though it's quiet in Las Cruces, just over the Oregons, it's starting to rain rather heavily. So let's be on guard tonight because we could face some pretty heavy rainfall later this evening. Here's your exclusive 9-hour forecast. 99 the high for tomorrow. Very different day, much more stable. We could see a couple of little isolated area storms, but nothing of the nature that we could see well into the night tonight. Your allergy forecast, 3.9 for tomorrow, 4.4 on Friday. Tonight, Las Cruces, 67 the low temperature. It's been quiet so far. That's likely to change later this evening with potentially strong thunder showers. 97 your high for tomorrow. We'll see a chance of isolated late day storms, but the rain chances go way down for our Thursday. Low temperature tonight, 72 at the International Airport. We'll see rounds of thunder showers well into the night tonight. High temperature for tomorrow, 99 degrees with only isolated storms and a much lower rain chance. Only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. It's back to triple-digit heat and dry weather. Sunshine and 100 on Friday. 104 extreme heat on Saturday. 102 and dry Sunday before we return to cooler days, high moisture, and widely scattered showers and thunder showers with plenty of Nube. And that's where our own Oriana Bortaro is standing by live. She's at the top of the cloud. And that's the best place to be, Oriana?
That's right, Robert. If you ever wondered what being on top of a cloud feels like, well, let me just tell you, it feels a little wet and it's really, really fun. And that's because I am at the flow zone, which is the 4th floor of La Nube. And joining me now is Stephanie Oteros. She is the CEO of this awesome place. Stephanie, what can you tell me about the flow zone?
So this is all about water and the ways that we interact with water every day. We have our own recycling plant, so all the water that you see in here is going to be recycled over and over, and we're teaching kids how a drain works, how a toilet flushes, the washing machines, the dishwasher, the showers.
And that's what we're seeing right here on the floor, on the ground, right? So it's cool because kids can basically come, play with water, and they don't have to worry about getting it like on the floor because it just
goes through our special great system that's going to go into our desalinization plant, patterned after EP Water's desalinization plant, recycle the water and bring it back out for a lot of fun.
That is awesome. And let me just tell you, this place has like brought out my inner child. Like in the few minutes that I've been here, I've just been like playing with water and it's been really, really fun. So what is really the purpose that you want kids and really all adults that come and play in the flow zone to get out of it?
Well, we hope that we'll pass on a message of conservation. We live in the desert. Water's a precious commodity. We want them to have fun and play with water, but also understand how we engage with water in our everyday lives.
That's awesome. A very important lesson that everybody needs to know. And of course, it wouldn't be a small town spotlight series if we didn't have, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. There he is.
Yeah, get it. Here we go. Come on. I love it. Yeah, all right. Yeah. There we go. I love it. Yes.
Awesome. So, should we do some duck racing?
Oh, yes. I'd love to.
All right, let's get to it.
Yes. You ready?
Stephanie, I was going to ask her to join us. All right.
No, it's okay. You
all
ready?
Right, let's see.
We can do it.
1, 2, 3.
Go. Uh-oh. It's getting close. My duck got stuck. I know, your duck. Oh, my duck's coming. No, it's not. No, it's coming. It's coming. Yes. Yes. All right.
Well, as you see, we have plenty more for you in store, so make sure that you stick around with us, and we'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back to our Small Town Spotlight series live from La Nube, and if you see me right now, I'm currently constructing a paper airplane. You'll see why in a bit, but we've shown you the first floor, the second floor, now we're on the third, and if you want to see what it's all about, well, here you go.
All right, we're back. We're on level 3, you said, right?
Correct.
This is level 3, and guys, we're just getting started. One thing that I loved what you said, Mick, is that this is a non-hierarchical museum. Talk about that.
Yeah, so many museums will have English and Spanish on their signage. La Nube is very special, truly inclusive, non-hierarchical, bilingual signage. The idea is that in our local community, bilingualism is such an important strength within our city, and so that's how we showcase that within the museum.
So guys, Mick was telling me that this is just not for kids, it's for adults. It really got my interest.
And we're all about animals and animal preservation, and so in this area, kids and adults of all alike can experience what it's like to actually care for animals. So it's understanding environmental and understanding our animal care.
You can also buy these at this shop. I'm gonna go get one.
So on this floor, all the exhibits are meant for early childhood all the way up to different age groups. Specifically on this floor, we have our Desert Bloom area, which is really for their kiddos, our toddlers, 0 to 3 years old. So right here, this is our flight simulator. And so it's all about innovation and building and creating your own prototypes. So here we have pretty much an airplane launcher. Runway 18 of El Paso, right? And it has a 3D topical map of the Franklin Mountains. It allows children and kids and adults of all abilities to build their own airplanes.
Let me give it a try. Aw.
For kids, you want to understand the idea of pressure. They'll be able to actually spin this wheel. And so one important factor and pillar of what La Nube is the idea of sensory accommodation. So different zones will have the light turned off, the sound lowered a little bit, and it will allow kids and adults of all abilities to have a more sensory friendly environment to fully enjoy La Nube.
Oh, that's incredible. And guys, every floor just keeps blowing my mind. The last one, I've already seen it. I can tell you, not even you can imagine what's on that 4th floor. It is incredible. We'll see it in the next segment.
Sweet. All right. Well, you saw everything there, and now you're seeing this beautiful piece being finalized as we prepare to lift it off. But for right now, I'm joined by Diana White, Vice President of Learning and Experiences here at La Nube. Diana, the first time I walked in here, this caught my attention immediately. Just what's this floor all about, and what just makes it so, so popular?
So we're excited to present Fly High. This exhibit is about engaging with aeronautics and aerospace. Our families are able to come in and design paper airplanes, design different kinds of aircrafts, and test them in our wind tunnels and our state-of-the-art paper airplane launcher. Probably the most state-of-the-art paper airplane launcher you've ever seen.
All right. Well,
all of this area is about reiteration, being able to try it again as we're engineering, and knowing that it's okay to fail so that we're developing resilience and grit. Our families and friends can get together to not only design different types of paper airplanes and test them, but they are also able to be the air traffic controllers, controlling different challenges as well as turbulence, much like the turbulence that we all feel while we are at the El Paso airport. And once we go through all these challenges, we want to get past the 2-scale model of our Franklin Mountains, and we are trying to hit our star at the end of the challenge.
Awesome.
So if we look
the star?
over, yes.
All right. Well, that's what we're going for, the star here.
Yes.
So this is the paper plane I constructed. I think it's going to hit the star. Am I confident? Yes. Is it realistic? No. So here we go. So you got to angle right. That's what it is. Yes. And then launch this. And then here we go. Mwah. All right.
So we also have Alessandra, our STEAM coordinator. She's going to be trying out as well, trying out her paper airplane design, and let's see if she can get through the challenges.
Awesome. One more. Let's end on a good note right here, Alessandra. Yeah, let's try again. All right. Let's do a race, and we'll leave it off here. So you ready?
Want to give a little saying through the mic?
Ready? All right. We are ready for takeoff. Perfect. Here we go. Sweet. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, yo, there we go. Awesome. We got a green light. That's all that matters. Alessandra, Ave, Diana, high five. That does it for the 3rd floor. We'll catch you back on the other side.
Welcome back to the special edition of KTSM 9 News. First at 4, Small Town Spotlight, as we are live on location from La Nube. It's been a little while since we were on air. That's because we were out exploring.
Yeah, it's been so fun, Andy. I think we had just as much fun as Sam throwing the little paper airplanes.
I got a couple cracks at it too. I will say this, Sam was not nearly as good when he was competing against me as he just did just now. Just saying. But I didn't quite get where I wanted to go.
Got it.
Really cool stuff, though.
Got to take a few turns at it. Yeah. Well, we have a lot more. We want to reveal the 4th floor, and that's coming up right after this break. Welcome back, everyone. Well, La Nube isn't the only thing that is in our downtown El Paso area, although that looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
I can't wait to reveal the 4th floor. I think that's my favorite floor here in this incredible STEAM museum, and it truly does hit on all the STEAM subjects. But we are talking about the El Paso Museum of History.
That's right, and in it you can find original pieces from the El Paso Star, Khalid, Crystal Poppin', and even a glimpse of the history behind some of our local high schools. Take a look.
Hi, so we are standing in Neighborhoods and Shared Memories, Rio Grande to Franklin Heights District. This is part of an ongoing series that we have where we explore different neighborhoods here in El Paso. what we have here are loans from the different groups and collaborators. So we have things from the El Paso High Alumni Association, we have things from the International Museum of Art, from First Baptist Church, and from different families. All of it to give you a feel and an understanding of what that neighborhood was and how it's changed over time. Welcome to Dualidad, Indigenous Gender Identity in the American Southwest in Mexico. So in this exhibition, we explore the history of Two-Spirit and third gender as seen through the eyes of queer folk and also Indigenous folk. One of the beautiful things about this exhibition is that it is wholly original, and it includes a lot of art and includes a lot of history, so it's a mix. I really invite the public to come out and learn a little bit about a topic that isn't that well illustrated out there. I'm excited to share about Música Sin Fronteras, 20th century to now. This exhibition is dedicated to all our musicians, all our music enthusiasts, and anyone who had to do with the music industry here in El Paso over the last century. So what you see here is 100% the communities. More than 50 collectors, more than 1,300 objects were loaned for this exhibition. So come in and learn and get ready for a really beautiful exhibition.
I feel like El Paso is blessed with so many incredible museums, and I mean, this is just another thing that El Pasoans can now have something to do for the summer.
Yeah, to see the history in it of it too. Really, really cool. It seems like downtown really starting to thrive, especially with additions like that, and also here at La Nube coming in August. So downtown El Paso certainly starting to come alive, it feels like.
Absolutely. And you know what else is coming alive?
Our weather.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and send it over to our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis.
Andy and Monica, I've always said, would you want to live anywhere else? I don't think so. 96, our temperature at the airport right now. KTSM has issued a weather authority alert for tonight. We remember the storms that hit us last night with a gust front in excess of 65 miles per hour. We are in a similar situation tonight. We're all charged up and ready to go, meaning the storms we get tonight could become potentially strong, produce hail, winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and brief heavy rainfall. Right now, watching a cluster of storms move off the Sacramento Mountains down into Hudspeth County. Also watching a cluster of storms cropping up right to the south of White Sands. This is interesting because this is a heavy rain cell that appears to be growing out toward the south and east, and of course that could move into El Paso County later tonight. Here's a quick look ahead. Tomorrow, very different day. High temperature, 99 degrees, only isolated storms without the heavy rain chance. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. Andy, Monica?
Robert, thank you very much for that. So we've been talking about it throughout this edition of Small Town Spotlight here at La Nube. La Nube isn't just for the kiddos like you might think. It is also for adults who maybe come, whether it be on their own or with their kids.
Absolutely. So Andy and I got to visit the 4th floor.
That's right.
And we got to see the water exhibit. I really liked it a lot.
And the theme behind, like, there's something to it, right? Water conservation, that sort of thing.
Yes.
The fact that there's something to it is really, really interesting.
I love it. Well, without further ado, check it out. Okay, we're in the 4th floor, and this one is so cool. It's catered to everyone, but we're in what's called the maker space, and we're going to be talking real quickly to Michael Nelson. He's going to replace Mick for just 2 seconds, but Michael, tell us a little bit about what is going on here. What are
right now we're doing some discovery guide training, and they're trying out some 3D printing pens, and we specialize in K-12 educational programs in digital fabrication, robotics, VR, animation, 3D printing.
All right, so Michael just walked us through that really cool 3D printing. Now, Alessandra, you're going to walk us through these robots. What's going on over here?
This is our Dash robot. It uses a series of block coding and free control So they are working through a kind of mini obstacle course.
So they'll be able to do something like this?
Yes, so we'll have not only this robot, but many other different kinds of robots that our guests will be able to interact with.
All right, so that was just part one of this 4th floor. I'm telling you guys, this is really good. So Mick, welcome back. Walk us through this.
And this is one of the largest water flow exhibits in the nation that our exhibitor actually built. As you can see on the floor, which is really unique, is that the water can flow down, it captures the water, and we have our own recycling and pump room. This experience is all about water conservation, water sustainability, and understanding how water in everyday life. So this is our Anything's Possible 50-foot, 4-story inclusive climber. And so what's really unique about this is that this entire exhibit is geometrically made. Well, this is large enough for adults to enter, but as well, we have a wheelchair obstacle course up on the top. And so if children want to experience empathy, they can rent out a wheelchair and actually do the wheelchair obstacle course themselves. So really an inclusive experience and opportunity.
So you see, guys, I wasn't lying when I said that this was an incredible museum from top to bottom, 4 floors. We showed you everything you need to see. Memberships are already on sale if you want to come out and check it out. It officially opens August 10th, so you don't want to miss out on this incredible experience.
And there you go. There is the 4th floor. And joining us now is the Director of Community Outreach and Special Programs, Alicia Swan. Alicia, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And you know, Alicia, we've already seen all the wonderful exhibits that we have here, but you're saying there's something extra special about this museum.
There is. So at Nube, we are all about inclusivity. So whether you're rich or poor, brown or white or black, it doesn't matter. We want you to come out and enjoy STEAM, and it's really meant for everybody. So we want to make sure that the community members here in El Paso and beyond know what it's meant to be here, and that they are all loved, and we all want them to learn and grow, and that is, again, whether you're age 2 or you're 99, you can come play with us.
Seems like STEAM picking up so much momentum in our community, and it's interesting to hear you say that it's for everyone and everyone can get involved in this.
Yes, so I think we tend to think of outside agencies coming in and it's promoting that they're all inclusive, but Nube is doing that. We are speaking it, we are living it. We have these things that individuals will be able to come in and actually rent sensory backpacks. So if you have someone that is sensitive to oversounds and overstimulated, they can still get those backpacks that will have noise canceling headphones, different things for them to be able to participate and not have to leave. That's usually what happens with a lot of parents, and we don't want that to happen here. We want everybody to have a chance to come in, have fun, and play. It's really truly meant for the community.
I love that. Real quickly, I noticed that all the signage, it's equal. The letters, the font is equal in English and Spanish. Talk about that.
Yes, so we are non-hierarchical. So usually, historically, if you visit other museums and places, you'll see English on the top, Spanish on the bottom. Here at Nube, it's left, right, up, down, all the same font size, same color. We're not different here.
Alicia, thank you so much for that inside look, and we're getting to know so much here about Nube, and I'm sure the community is going to learn just as much when they come here starting in August.
Thank you for having us.
Right,
Thank
Alicia.
you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the potential for very strong storms this evening. Heavy rainfall potential, hail potential, and winds possibly in excess of 60 miles per hour as storms could reach severe limits. 97 in Las Cruces right now with thunderstorms reported in the area. Here are the high temperatures. We're all charged up. We have the heat. We have a low pressure node which will be moving over the borderland, enhancing the storm chances. Just like last night, we could see another round of very strong storms. 97 so far, Las Cruces, 93 Alamogordo, 97 in Juarez. So look at the satellite radar composite. A general area of high pressure over California, Nevada, and wrapping around that area of high pressure are these little low pressure nodes that continuously come into the borderland. We've already seen basically a parade of strong storms move off the Sacramento Mountains. That's over Hudspeth County right now, bringing heavy rainfall with it. We also have a cluster of storms that have formed over the Oregon Mountains near White Sands right now, and this is packing quite a rain punch. As that moves south, it will continue to fan out with outflow winds. New storms can form at any moment, and they can produce very heavy rainfall quickly. So we want you to be very careful tonight. We've got a flood warning in effect for Ruidoso. It was another round of terrible thunder showers for them, which of course caused another round of flooding in the streams there and many streets. It's been active near Silver City and the eastern slopes of the mountains of the Gila Wilderness. Of course, that could put Las Cruces in play later as rounds come in, wave after wave tonight until it all settles down. Now, tomorrow will be a very different day. Here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast. Expect a chance of isolated area thunderstorms with a much lower rain threat. 99 the high temperature for tomorrow. Allergy forecast 3.9 tomorrow, 4.4 on Friday. Here are your low temperatures tonight. 66 Alamogordo, 68 Deming, and 72 for Juarez. Highs tomorrow, 96 Alamogordo, 98 Deming, and 99 for Juarez. Tonight for you, Las Cruces, 67 your low temperature with the threat of potentially strong storms later this evening. 97 high temperature for tomorrow with only isolated area storms. Tonight, 72. We've already had thunder showers in county, but we're not done yet. More to come. 99 with isolated storms and a lower rain chance for our Thursday. Now, on the third floor in a climbing sphere is our own Oriana Botaro. What in the world is that?
Robert, as you can see, I went from being at the top of a cloud to being inside a sphere. And joining me now is my tour guide, Stephanie. And Stephanie, what can you tell me about this area that we're in right now?
So we are in a 50-foot, 4-story climber. It's called our Anything's Possible climber, and it's all built based on geometric shapes.
Wow.
And all the guests that come to La Nube will get discovery bands that you and I are wearing, and you can track your progress. So you can see how high you got, how fast you went, whether you're climbing in a star, a cylinder, a sphere, or up in the clouds at the tippy top of the climber.
That is so cool. And I'm feeling lucky as I'm the first person that gets to go inside the sphere and walk around here. And you know, Bobby, just being here, it's really such a great place to come with your family on the weekends or during the weekdays.
Oh yeah, just like that. Family issue, just like Charlie Clark was, that's his vision for El Paso, to bring families together through great cars like we have our Nissan Rogue right now. 2024 Rogue, it's straight for the family. You get almost 40 miles per gallon on that thing. What? It's 1.5 variable turbo. It's gonna be amazing,
Well,
just like that.
Thank you for that, Bobby. And
Yes.
don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break. This is KTSM 9 News at 4.
Here's a last look at the forecast. Now, tonight, of course, we face the threat of heavy rainfall and strong storms tomorrow. Not really. Isolated area storms, 99 without that heavy rain threat. Then we enter a dry spell. 100 on Friday, 104 extreme heat on Saturday, 102 on Sunday before those thunder showers return to us. It looks like a lot of fun out there. Andy, Monica, and Airplane Man.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Sam?
No, this was fun, but I hope this one at least.
Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, it was a lot of fun here. I enjoyed myself.
August 10th, the grand opening here at La Nube. Certainly looking forward to it.
We'll see if I.
Welcome back to the special edition of KTSM 9 News. First at 4, Small Town Spotlight, as we are live on location from La Nube. It's been a little while since we were on air. That's because we were out exploring.
Yeah, it's been so fun, Andy. I think we had just as much fun as Sam throwing the little paper airplanes.
I got a couple cracks at it too. I will say this, Sam was not nearly as good when he was competing against me as he just did just now. Just saying. But I didn't quite get where I wanted to go.
Got it.
Really cool stuff, though.
Got to take a few turns at it. Yeah. Well, we have a lot more. We want to reveal the 4th floor, and that's coming up right after this break.